Hello and welcome to Written Words. I'm Helen and I'm in the UK at the beginning of February. The end of January and the beginning of February is a cold time of year here. It's often wet, it's often windy, and the nights are still much longer than the days. Spring is still quite some way off, so it can be quite a miserable time of year. But there is one thing that always cheers me up at this time of year, along with many other people. And I've seen my first one this week. It's the arrival of the snowdrops. When the snowdrops start to flower, it's a little message of hope, a little sign that spring is on the way and that some warmer, sunnier weather is just around the corner. And I'm not the only person who feels that way about snowdrops. Lots of other people do too, including William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth wrote not one but two poems about snowdrops and about the hopeful message that they bring. So in this video I'm going to share those two little sonnets written by William Wordsworth. The first one is called On Seeing a Tuft of Snowdrops in a Storm. The main theme of the poem is hope and the idea that the weak can be strong in the face of adversity. He uses weak vocabulary such as lowly, frail and small, and he uses strong vocabulary in contrast such as grandeur and haughty and overwhelm. And he uses an example of the Emathian soldiers withstanding the onslaught of the powerful Theban army. So here is On Seeing a Tuft of Snowdrops in a Storm by William Wordsworth. When haughty expectations prostrate lie, and grandeur crouches like a guilty thing, oft shall the lowly weak, till nature bring mature release in fair society, survive, and fortune's utmost anger try, like these frail snowdrops that together cling, and nod their helmets, smitten by the wing of many a furious whirlblast sweeping by. Observe the faithful flowers, if small to great, may lead the thoughts thus struggling used to stand, the Emathian phalanx nobly obstinate. And so the bright immortal Theban band, whom onset fiercely urged at Jove's command, might overwhelm but could not separate. And Wordsworth's other poem about a snowdrop is simply called To a Snowdrop. And again the themes are similar. It's about hope and it's about the weak having the potential to be strong. But the language is gentler and it's more intimate. In this poem, the snowdrop is personified. The way the snowdrop grows, its head hangs down, and Wordsworth sees this as a gesture of humility. The way it hangs its head makes it seem demure and shy. The snowdrop in this poem is alone, there's just one, and it's small, but it's hardy and it can withstand the elements. It defies the wind and the cold that constantly batter it at this time of year. Then the second half of the poem looks towards May with better weather and brighter flowers. The snowdrop will be gone, but not forgotten. It will be replaced by the brighter jonquils, but we know that the snowdrop is going to return again next year, and the year after, and the year after that, and so on forever. With the cycle of the years, this venturous harbinger of the spring may be fleeting. It doesn't stay for long, but it's also recurring and it's dependable. It will always come back again the next year to mark the beginning of the next cycle and to bring us more hope. To a Snowdrop by William Wordsworth. Lone flower, hemmed in with snows and white as they, but hardier far, once more I see thee bend thy forehead as if fearful to offend, like an unbidden guest, though day by day storms sallying from the mountain tops waylay the rising sun and on the plains descend. Yet art thou welcome, welcome as a friend whose zeal outruns his promise. Blue-eyed May shall soon behold this border thickly set with bright jonquils, their odours lavishing on the soft west wind and his frolic peers. Nor will I then thy modest grace forget, chaste snowdrop, venturous harbinger of spring, and pensive monitor of fleeting years. So that's what the weather is doing here in my little corner of the UK right now. What is the weather doing at this time of year where you are? And is there any literature that reflects what is going on in nature at this time where you are? Thank you very much for joining me in this video. I look forward to seeing you in my next one when we look at exclamation marks. So in the meantime, happy reading and happy writing.